We'll resume where we were now in the first conversation between the former Cigna executive Wendell Potter, now an insurance industry whistleblower, and Michael Moore, the film director of Sicko. Michael, you were saying before the commercial interrupted, you've had a follow-up with a question to Wendell.
Well, I was just, I'm sorry, and I know I'm a little, it's the first time we've had a chance to talk, and I mean, Wendell, I just want to say, first of all, you, I mean, you're the Daniel Ellsberg of corporate America. I mean, what that man did during Vietnam helped to end that war, and it would be my wildest dream that what your courageous action has done here and not just about my movie and me. People should read this book. I mean, the whole book lays it right out there about how the health insurance companies have bamboozled this country and lied, just outright lied about things. And to have you say in the book that what I said in the film, that everything in there is true, and that that is what it's like in Canada, that people do have it better. They do live 3 years longer. Yeah. I just was just amazed as I turned every page of this book, and I was just, you know, thinking that this big fear of theirs, that there might be a populist uprising against the insurance companies, because I believe that if people listen to what you have said and what you're writing, that eventually that will happen, because people will see them for the organized crime syndicate that they are. That's what they're set up to, not to help you with your health. They're set up to make a profit, and the only way they make a big profit is to deny as much health care as possible to the people trying to get help. That's the bottom line. It's a sick, rotten system, and for you to come forward like this is just, it's just really, I just can't say enough for what you've done.
Well, thank you, Michael. But you know, I've been doing this for not even 18 months, and you and many other people have been advocating for, you know, good healthcare reform for much longer than I have. So I'm glad to finally be on what I think is the right side this time, and to do what I can to try to pull the curtains back so people can see exactly what these companies do to win, and to manipulate public opinion to influence public policy, which is at the core of what I've been writing about.
Well, let me jump in, Wendell. APCO, that PR firm, issued a statement that seems to contrast some of the previous remarks you made about this personal Oppo research on Mr. Moore. Let me quote them. APCO did not conduct research on Michael Moore's family. We did not attempt to suppress turnout for his movie. Explain what you know about the personal research that was done on Michael Moore and his family.
Yeah, I think whoever wrote that, I think she was just protesting too much. Mm-hmm. The industry did an enormous amount of research on what we thought was going to be in the movie, and on Michael Moore as a movie maker. I myself did. I've seen every one of Michael Moore's movies, read all 3 of his books. I've seen all 24 episodes of The Awful Truth. I know where you went to school, and I know when you dropped out of college. I know who you're married to, and so I know a lot about you, and everybody in the industry knows a lot about you. We needed to know as much as we could. Not that we necessarily were going to be using that if we didn't have to, but one of the things that I was afraid about doing what I'm doing was that I would be attacked not by the industry directly, but by its allies or its shills to try to attack my character, my reputation. So that's what goes on in a lot of the campaigns like this.
When you were doing this research and this spying on myself and my family, to what ends, really? Because, you know, obviously they don't really want to have the debate on the issue, whether or not a for-profit health insurance system is what's really best for Americans. Right. They want to do it. It seemed like their main goal was, if people get in to see that film, we're doomed. So we've got to make sure as few people see that film as possible. And the way to do that is to smear Michael Moore, call him anti-American, say that he's not telling the truth. And as you said the other day, you said that you guys were ready for Plan B if that failed, if the movie was getting too much traction, that it might be necessary to push me off a cliff. Were the words. What exactly did that mean?
Well, I was in that meeting, and those words indeed were said, and it was not literal, obviously, but I think it meant that we would do what we had to do to create ads and op-eds, that we would get conservative pundits to place in newspapers, and with the whole objective of, as they call it, reframing the debate, to try to move the attention from them to you as a filmmaker.
I know we're running out of time, but I notice a lot of the comments that Bush made about me in his recent book. It's like the exact language that's in the health insurance industry plan against me about what names to call me,
right.
How to refer to me. And I notice on your group, you had Bush administration officials as they're on the board of the fake organization Healthcare America. I mean, what's the connection there?
Yeah, we had a lot of Republicans and a lot of conservatives on the board, and people who were pollsters for the Republicans and were becoming pollsters for the industry and for Healthcare America. It was all connected.
Gentlemen, I'm out of time, but it's been time extraordinarily well spent. Wendell Potter, former Cigna executive, and Michael Moore, of course. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.